Here's a shot from earlier as the Suns arrived at the arena. They're looking to leave town on a winning note tonight. Here we go. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here are the 5 for the Suns. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Now here's Wall. Pass to Leonard. 5 on the clock. He can't hit that time. Ayton with the defensive effort.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Leonard. The Suns getting their last shot to go. A nice shot by Zubac.
Well, go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard, and he'll just move the ball to the open man.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Powell passes to Leonard. George for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Outside Booker. And it's Booker again missing. The Clippers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Wall, the pass to Powell. On the take, the kick out to Wall. And stolen by Bridges. Outside Paul. Pass to Ayton. And he makes it on the layup.
As good a passer as we've ever seen in the NBA. Chris Paul setting up a great look that time.
Outside Wall. Kicks it to George. It's Powell on the wing. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Paul. Booker for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Leonard against Johnson. And the basket by Leonard.
Once Leonard gets some wiggle room down there, with his broad shoulders, he figures out how to execute and knock it down.
Paul against Wall. Paul passes to Bridges. Booker with it. There's the screen by Johnson. Right side Paul. Outside Johnson. The Suns need to get off a shot. Bridges. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Well, Bridges is down low, doing a great job of just pounding the defense. Makes the shot.
Pass to George. The 3. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
A nice shot by Zubac.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Paul against Wall. Paul passes to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. And the Suns get another 3.
It's just a master class when Chris Paul has the ball. Great at orchestrating the offense and right there finding his teammate.
Stolen by Ayton. Booker finds Paul. Back to Booker. Pass to Johnson. Takes the 3. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
Wall, the pass to George. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Suns have got 6 of 8 shots to go. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
They're just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now a timeout called by the Clippers.
Right now, time to get excited for your Clippers. Let's have some applause for your...
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Leonard on the wing. Zubac with a screen on Johnson. Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal
Well, these
foul.
Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams. Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Pass to Booker. Ayton, a screen on George. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Bridges outside. Back to Paul. And here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Assisted by
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Johnson against Leonard. Launches a three. Phoenix grabs the miss. In transition, here come the Suns. Powell with a steal.
Ayton at 7'1" has a 7'5" wingspan, so those arms helping out.
And so it's the...
fans, please give a big round of applause for your
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
At small and power forward, it's George and Leonard. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo, and it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Powell. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's George, and the jam by George.
Paul George, a swing player, and right there, swinging on the rim.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of. He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Now here's Leonard. Here's Zubats, and it's slammed in by Zubats.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Paul against Wall. Now here's Paul. Tight defense on him. Booker, the pass to Bridges. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Wall. It's stolen by Johnson. George against Booker. Bridges passes to Booker. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That'll belong to John Wall.
Well, as a young, dynamic scorer, Devin Booker knows how to get his way against most defenders in the league.
Already a terrific career for Booker. Three-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
From deep, Johnson. No good there, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Leonard's got 6 points.
Great dribble move there. Kawhi using refined ball handling skills to get wherever he needs to on the floor.
And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. George for three, sinks it. What range from downtown. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
2 minutes remain in the first half. 2 minutes.
And here's Paul. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
Booker, good.
Just such a gifted scorer. I mean, Devin Booker, a guy that dropped 70 once in a game. You got to be kidding me.
Timeout called, the Clippers.
All right, here come your Clippers. Let's give it up for them.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Leonard attacking. An easy 2 on the layup. Leonard's got 8.
That's an athletic play coming from Kawhi, just pushing his way past the defender and getting to his shot.
Here's Paul. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Paul from behind the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Outside Booker. 46 seconds left in the second.
Wow, that is awesome to see the small man challenge the big man. Sometimes when you jump, you can be taller than the big fella.
Outside Wall. Leonard on the wing. Fires for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
He has the touch to do some damage from 3-point distance.
Paul against Wall. Paul passes to Bridges. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. Nice move. And the jam by George.
Paul George more and more comfortable at creating some offense for himself using the bounce.
Leonard for 3. He can't get that one to fall. That'll count. The shot off that time. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix.
28. The Suns, 37.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the 3-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Monty Williams 5. Jay Crowder is out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Dario Saric. And then it's Landry Shamet. And it's Lee in at the shooting guard position. And that one's good. Covington.
Covington will hit 3s, but he'll go down low and mix it up a bit too.
The Suns leading.
I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Crowder. Back to Jackson. To the inside. Here's Covington. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Covington's got his second basket. Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, B.A., you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he guys on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense. And Terrence Mann, after being a role player in his first couple of seasons, we're starting to see him get a larger chunk of duties for this team.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Let's give a hand to your
The Clippers trail. Jackson with it. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Covington passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Here's Shaman. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. And the Suns lead by 4. And Brent Terrence Mann has embraced the added responsibility.
Yeah, he plays a great combination of the 2 and the 3 spot. I just love the confidence that Terrence Mann is building, becoming more of a scorer and becoming more of an attack threat. He came in as a pass-first guy. Now he doesn't pass too many of those opportunities up.
Here's Shaman. Pass to Sharic. Outside Craig. Now Crowder. Craig with a screen on Covington. Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
And the defense has to bottle him up before Jay Crowder gets it going.
Jackson, the pass to Covington. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Covington's got 7 points for the quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Pass to Crowder. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Crowder's got 6.
See Crowder continue to work on that jump shot to find the kind of consistency. That's a nice shot.
Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Craig. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Craig's got his first basket.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Jackson down low. Pass to Covington. Here's the pick. To the middle. Here's Mann. Clock at 6. Ooh, great D that time from Craig. Phoenix has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Here's Shamet, and the layup is good. And now it's a 7-point Suns lead.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Covington passes to Kennard. From deep. Clippers keep it alive. And the bucket is good. He has 7.
Good work down low from the 6'2" Reggie Jackson. Not bashful.
Here's Shaman, defended by Jackson. Out to Craig. Here's Shamet. He takes it in. Covington grabs the board.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris outside. Back to Kennard. And he throws it down with one hand.
And Kennard saw the opening, got up there, and really threw it down.
He got it up. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court. And it's George in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Hauled in by Paul.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. And you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Suns basketball.
Phoenix has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Outside Booker. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 5 rebounds in the game. Leonard's shot's good.
What an athlete as Kawhi gets a step on the D, and they're helpless.
And it's Ayton off the drive. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And the shot goes in. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the patience, the tactical mindset of Leonard. He's so good at picking his spots, especially on the pick and roll.
And Booker puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Wall. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last.
LA basketball.
Off the inbound. And George with the layup.
He might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out a pick and roll and spotting up for threes, but PG could score on the inside.
Up top, Johnson. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 7 assists in the game.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Put your hands together for your Clippers Breakers.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He asked his players to really push the tempo. He wants to see quicker transition into the open court so they have the chance to score before the defense can set up. Trying to use their speed to full advantage, guys.
And Allie, thanks.
The attention Mikel had on that play helped him out to get that steal.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Leonard against Paul. Paul with a steal. In transition, here come the Suns. And Ayton with the stuff.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
A way to capitalize on the mistake that leads to the bucket. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the Suns lead by 14.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Here's Powell. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the three-pointer goes.
He can't let Powell find shots at the arc like that, especially when he's got that kind of rhythm.
Leonard against Booker. Johnson a screen on Leonard. Here's Booker. He can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Powell outside. George for three. It's hauled in by the Suns. At one point, they led by 16. Booker drawing the double. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Suns.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Devin Booker.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Outside wall. Jacks up a three. Here's Zubac. George left side. Ball for three. And the Clippers miss again. So it's Phoenix now. 10-point lead. Here's Booker. Pass to Paul. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. Exceptional effort on the road.
Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside. Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. Really left alone that time.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Booker outside. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. To the paint and taken away by Johnson. Here's Ayton. No good with the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they haven't even been to the playoffs in 10 years. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
Now here's Prince. 5 on the clock. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Prince, a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Out to Edwards. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Edwards against Booker. Russell with a wide open look. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
On the floor, your Suns Breaker Dance Crew. All right, fans, I need you to give it up.
Edwards against Booker. They grab their own miss. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities. And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball. And Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Russell kicks to Edwards. 1:37 left in the first quarter. Another shot. Here's Gobert. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Oh, Ayton in position. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Shot clock at 6. Edwards looking it over Booker. And that one hits back iron.
Poor execution. That was not how they drew up that position. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Prince the pass to Towns. Back to Prince. Outside Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Ayton a screen on Edwards. Inside. Tries again. Takes it out to Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 6.
And great energy from Booker there in the paint, just working hard to get to his shot.
Outside Edwards. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team. That's right, Suns.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Minnesota.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
Bridges outside. From outside off the mark. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
You know, there's very little the defense can do to slow Towns down when he has momentum like that on the drive.
It's stolen by Gobert. Prince with it. Johnson's there.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
In the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Now, here is Russell. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Ayton. Bridges left side. Prince with the defensive effort. And here are the Timberwolves. Big run right now going for him, 11-2.
The former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
It's stolen by Gobert. Now here's Edwards. 12 points for him. From deep three-point range. Here's Gobert. No good that time. And Phoenix the other way now. And here's Johnson outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot. Or just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply
when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point, and it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind.
No good from Booker. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 15-5 run here. Russell against Paul. Russell kicks to Towns. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And here's Prince outside. It's hauled in by the Suns. And stolen by Prince. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And Gobert is so well set up there. All he's got to do is elevate above the D and take that one home.
Booker, good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here is Russell. Prince outside. The kick out to Towns. 6 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Now, here's Shamet. Towns with the steal. And he lobs it up. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
And you know what, fellas? You've got to really, really admire somebody with the confidence to even try a pass like that.
And so it's Minnesota. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great...
Your son, 18. The Timberwolves, 38.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. Suns trail by 20. Here's Saric. Craig kicks to Saric. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Noel. Timberwolves shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Reid the pass to McLaughlin. Back to Reid. Count that one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Reid the pass to Noel. From past the arc. Rebound by the Suns.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
No good from Lee. Minnesota leading by 19. Lets it go from deep. Here's Anderson. Stolen away. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance. The feed to Saric. Reid with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Timberwolves passing it around. Anderson outside. Passes it to Reid. Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Shamet. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson for three. Another miss by Minnesota. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
I like the fact he had his head up immediately looking to make the dish down the floor. Get rid of it quickly.
Here's McLaughlin. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Anderson kicks to Reed. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Phoenix ball.
Suns trail by 17. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Charge inside. Guarded by Reed. Here's Lee outside. It doesn't go for him. The Timberwolves have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And here are the Suns now, following the 3 by Minnesota. No good from Lee. Now Reed. Anderson outside. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. McLaughlin no good. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Here's McLaughlin, following the score by Phoenix. Lee passes to Shannon, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Here's McLaughlin. The pass to Reed. The 15-footer, good. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Sharich outside. No good on the 3. Timberwolves leading by 20. Reed the pass to McLaughlin. Out left to the wing. And here's Anderson from the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. Sharich, that's good.
Oh, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Shamet. Noel passes to McLaughlin. Dishes to Anderson. Trains it from beyond the arc. Anderson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Minnesota shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Oh, Russell in position.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
And here's Booker from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pass to Edwards. Pass to Prince. And here's Edwards. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. Suns trail by 20. Ayton a screen on Edwards. No good from Booker. Minnesota with the ball. Prince kicks to Russell. From outside the arc. That one doesn't go. And Phoenix the other way now. Booker with it. He's picked up by Russell. And there's Booker on the assist by Aiton. Booker's got 6 points in the quarter.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
Here's Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Johnson for three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Towns finds Edwards. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Aiton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Left side, Towns. Up top, Russell. Passes it to Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch now, he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
The wheel. Come at us, and we'll come right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside, Russell. Beyond the arc. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Just 4 to shoot. They get it again.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Towns, the pass to Edwards. Second chance shot, and he drops that one in.
Anthony Edwards.
And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Russell dishes to Prince. Back to Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Shoots from the corner. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Timberwolves.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Rudy Gobert.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Knocked away. And Gobert kicks to Towns. Outside Edwards. Russell finds Gobert. The tray.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots. You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Russell looking around. The pass to Towns. Outside Edwards. Back to Towns. From deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And it was maybe a step deep.
Now let's meet the...
And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. At small and power forward, it's George and Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center position. Just 5 on the clock. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
If Karl Anthony Towns carves space and is in the painted area, it's going to go in the basket. He's that good.
Pass to Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
B.A., I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive, a defensive force as we have seen.
Now here's Leonard, and stolen by Gobert. Outside Edwards. Powell pulls it in. Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to Leonard. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
We're talking about a dynamic playmaker with exceptional vision. Go ahead, John Wall.
Russell attacking. Pass to Towns. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Wow, the vertical on display by John Wall. My goodness.
Now Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Gobert. Here's Towns. 4 on the clock. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Paul George.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and considering the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting, really sound basketball.
Now here's Powell. There's the drive, and Powell with the stuff.
How about that vertical from Norman Powell off the deck? Give him a window to drive it and finish. Yes, sir.
Wall against Russell. It's Edwards on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the...
Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, B.A., because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
Now here's Towns.
Towns has a 7'4" wingspan. If he gets off the floor, good night.
Leonard against Towns. Leonard passes to Zubats. George outside. 1:10 left to play in the first. Powell finds George. The shot comes out, and Minnesota will come the other way. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. And And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That'll belong to John Wall.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has always had a burden on his shoulders offensively, and he has the skill set to be able to handle it gracefully.
And he sinks the second, and Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Now here's Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Russell against Wall. Kicks it to George. Pass to Zubac. Powell outside. Now here's Leonard. Powell outside. It's tipped.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
And that concludes the first quarter of play.
Please give a big round of applause for the Cubs.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So here are the five for the Clippers to start the second. Powell and George are out on the wings. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
This is what your offense is designed to do. Get Karl Anthony Towns something in rhythm.
Leonard outside from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Towns. 12 points for him. To the paint. George with a steal. Leonard against Russell. Russell with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You were so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Edwards can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Wall in the air, and he lays it up and in.
I'd say it may be impossible to stay in front of John Wall.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Russell against Wall. Outside Russell. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
You cannot be careless guarding D'Angelo Russell. This guy's so good at putting the defense in tough spots.
And both free throws good for Russell.
Well, you consider D'Angelo Russell and the fact that he's been a part of multiple organizations. Obviously, he has been a frequent trade piece. The one question is, can he stick with one franchise and establish some success?
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Zubac down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's going to be a 3-second call. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
And here's Minnesota now. Right side Russell. Outside Edwards. Great D that time from Zubac. Well, his trade activity says something about how desirable Russell is as a player.
I think he's a guy any team could want on their roster because of his scoring capabilities. Very capable of huge nights in the NBA, but the other aspect that's so important, his ability as a setup guy.
Now here's Edwards. Drives to the hoop.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's George. And he banks in the layup.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
2 minutes remaining in that. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the second quarter. Powell against Edwards. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Left side wall. Powell for three. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Prince down low. George defending. Leonard against Towns. And there's the drive. Back to Prince. Oh, George with a steal. For 3, Powell. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Towns against Wall. It's Edwards on the wing. He has 6.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
It's George on the wing. Zubac screen for 3, and that's good. All George for 3. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Gobert finds Russell. Over to the wing. Pass to Edwards. And he drives in. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, Anthony Edwards has got a well-rounded offensive game. He can put it on the deck and draw contact. Shows you right there.
And both free throws good for Edwards. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Leonard outside. Back to Wall. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Wall's got 6 points.
Well, this is one aspect of his game where Kawhi Leonard has come such a long way. The ability to make guys around him better with his passing.
Russell attacking. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Wall.
Boy, you love the hustle from the young guard, D'Angelo Russell.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. And it's Reed in at the 5. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Here's Noel. Pass to Reed. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
And here are the Clippers now. 6-point game.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
Now here's Batum. Uses the glass on the layup. Batum's got his first 2 points.
Touch right around the rim by Nick Batum. Go ahead, score inside. Nick, show him what you got.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. 6 on the shot clock. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Timberwolves lead by 6. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that Stars avoided.
They were, BA, but I think that started to change back in 2011, the trade of CP3 to the Clippers. It started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
Covington passes to Batum. Jackson against Anderson. Down low. Nifty move. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. The Timberwolves shooting at a very efficient 67%. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Outside McDaniels. Pass to McLaughlin. Reed with it, covered by Covington. Reed, good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Jackson outside. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, BA, I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
McLaughlin's shot is good.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
No one covering. Kennard's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, Luke Kennard's bread and butter, right? The lethal outside shooter who doesn't need much space.
Here's Noel. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, BA. But keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Now here's Kennard. Up top, Batum. Fires from deep. And they get it back. Kennard can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 in this second half. 1:11 left to play in the third quarter. Inside. Reed can't hit.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Puts up a 3. And Kennard with the 3. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter.
This is a great option for Luke Kennard. They're going to run him off the three-point line, so you make a pull-up jump shot. That is nicely done.
Here's McLaughlin. Here's Noel driving inside. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Jackson against McDaniels. Here's Noel. Oh, Covington with a block.
This guy is such a lengthy wing defender. Robert Covington doing work defensively.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's Noel. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And we've reached the end of the third. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the floor for the Clippers. At small and power forward, it's George and Leonard. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. George a screen on Russell. George outside. Three-pointer. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
They are uncautious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
It's Edwards on the wing. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Clippers trail. Outside Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
This seems to be the new breed of point guards who can play above the rim. Wall finishing with style.
Russell against Wall. Lets it fly from 18. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Powell. And the shot goes. And the Clippers lead by 1.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Out left to the wing. Towns double team. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
George outside. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. Rudy Gobert picks one up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. It's blocked by Gobert.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively. Anthony Edwards showing you, yes, I am a vertical threat at the rim.
Here's Wall. Deflected. And he gets it back. Out to Powell. Leonard on the take. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
2 minutes.
He takes it in. Russell pass to Gobert. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter. Outside Wall. It's George on the wing. And the jam by George.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Russell against Wall. Left side, Edwards. That shot missing. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's George. Prince grabs the miss. The Timberwolves trail. Right side, Edwards. Pass to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. Powell covers. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul of the game. 1 minute left to play in the fourth quarter. Towns, a screen on Wall. Towns with the ball from outside the arc.
That's nicely contested by Wall. I think his defense is really overlooked.
Here's Edwards. money.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Ball with it. Out to Leonard. Oh, he nails it!
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Outside Russell. And it's Towns penetrating. Over to the left wing. There's 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here to take the lead. He's off from 3. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
Boy, Kawhi Leonard has always been able to raise his game in critical moments. Now it's about, can Kawhi deliver at the foul line? Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And the Clippers starting five. Out on the wings for them, Powell and George. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Powell with a screen on Paul. Here's Wall, and the layup falls.
And that's too close. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic.
Paul looking around. Leonard with the steal. And now Wall running the floor all by himself. And Wall with the slam.
Assist from
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Booker outside. Another three for Phoenix.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
It's George on the wing. Screen by Zubac. George, no good. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Johnson outside. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's George. And that one, good.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Paul passes to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 6.
That's the kind of shot this offensive scheme is meant to produce.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Monty Williams gave me a few minutes to catch up. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere in distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league there. They won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Now, here's Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 3-point lead.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
The feed to Ayton. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Clippers trail by 3. Pass to George. Bridges with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Yeah, and you don't want to let Devin Booker get easy points in transition.
It's deflected. Dives for it. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Now here's Wall. Outside for George. contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively. Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Now here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that one drops.
Defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
Leonard against Johnson. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Goes back up, and it's good on the way in.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Booker outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Booker's got 11 points.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
Leonard kicks to Wall. It's Powell on the wing. And the rejection by Eaton. Here is Paul. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Booker against Leonard. Booker the pass to Paul. Here's Ayton. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Here's George. It's deflected. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Suns lead by 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team. That's right, Suns.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George. A shot missing. Good work defensively by Johnson. And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Exit out to Booker. That 3 off the mark.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And the dunk by Powell.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, GA. Booker outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today. And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Wall finds Leonard. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
3-point field goal.
Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Wall against Paul. Dish now to Ayton. Back to Paul. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Paul against Wall. Booker outside. In the corner, it's Bridges. Johnson, the pass to Booker. Buries it down low. 15 points for Devin Booker. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Here's Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Booker is so active on offense, which really forces the D to act with aggression at times.
Both good from the line that time. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wall passes to Leonard. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And inside, Kawhi can be such a force, able to power his way to the shot.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Leonard kicks to George.
2 minutes.
And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And how about that find by Leonard to a wide open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps.
Paul passes to Booker. Dishes it to Bridges. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint, here's Powell. The shot's good on the assist by George. Powell's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubats for Los Angeles. They've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A superstar who kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles. And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
Ball against Paul. Here's Booker. It's stolen by Wall. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Leonard. No good. Now the Suns take it the other way. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow! Johnson's got 8 points. All taking his time here. And there's the pass to George. Bucket is good.
Yeah, this is one of those nights where George came in aggressive and stayed that way. He's been incredible.
Paul dishes to Johnson. Another 3 for Phoenix. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Ball against Johnson. Leonard with the screen on Johnson. Outside Leonard. The 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Out on his own on the break. Here's Bridges. Up and in on the layup. And the Suns lead by 4.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Negative for that inning.
36. The Clippers, 32. And let's hear it for the Jabberwocky.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward. Here's Covington. Tries again. Got a hand on it.
And you can't be careless around Sarge. When he's on you, he is looking to send that one back.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Kennard, the pass to Covington. Lee with the steal. Outside Crowder from deep. And with the rebound.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. Suns leading by 6. Paul outside. Booker outside. Back to Paul. Johnson left side. Suns moving the ball around. Booker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the
previous play is under
different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And how hard it can be sometimes to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands because it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside, Wall. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside Leonard, just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Ball outside. Johnson kicks to Bridges. And they double up Paul. Johnson, a wide open look, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one. You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack-a-ball strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
Here's George, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The length and quickness of George is so difficult to guard against. That really compromises the defense, forcing them to foul.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Kicks it out to Johnson. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard dishes to Powell. Back to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Passes it to Booker. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Missed it. He's now made 6 of 10 from the field. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Wall. That one goes. Just count it. And now just a 3-point Phoenix lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Paul passes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And A strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Outside for George. Off target with his three. Phoenix leading by 5. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
That shot off. Bridges with some nice defense. Phoenix has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Powell. Johnson with the block. Leonard with the steal. Zubats with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And stolen by Booker. And now the Suns a fast break. Johnson surveying the floor. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And it's the Suns with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Booker against Leonard. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Nice pass. Such unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
Wall against Paul. And Wall kicks to George. The shot, no good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident shooting the ball with.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Bridges. Ayton trying to break free. And it's Bridges scoring on a gorgeous play.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Wall finds Zubats. George looking over the floor. Outside Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
Paul passes to Booker. No good that time. Wall with some nice defense. George with the ball. Bridges covering. George, no good. Suns leading by 5. Bridges outside. And the rejection by Zubats. And they get it back. And Ayton throws it down.
Dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Wall. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Booker against Leonard. And Booker kicks to Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Suns? And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. He dishes it to Leonard. On the wing, George. Back to Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Powell with the steal. Zubats with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. George with the bucket.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Basket good.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Powell, the pass to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Zubac.
And some serious ingenuity from Leonard there. He sees the opening and then just makes the right read.
Booker looking around. To the inside. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. He's committed way too many fouls. He's allowed way too many foul shots. Evan?
Thank you, David. Paul kicks to Bridges. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Fourth personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
I've been watching this game a long time, and there is absolutely nothing that Paul can't do on the basketball court. Really does have the whole package.
To the middle, and it's George finishing it off.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Wall dishes to George. Back to Wall. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And now just a 4-point Suns lead. The Suns have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Bridges, no one around him. Nails the wide open jump shot.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
George, no good.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Now Booker. Fires for 3. Stolen by George.
Can't waste any time here.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 3. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. That's what you're taking.
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point. So I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
The 3 from George. Right between the eyes. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer. Bridges inside. Foul on him. Booker the pass to Johnson for the win. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for regulation. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Paul with the ball. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Booker outside. Here's Johnson. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. The Clippers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That's his 5th foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Ball passes to Pop.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
Good D by Booker. Takes the 3. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game. And Phoenix making a change. Crowder's checked in. And here are the Clippers now. They lead by 1.
2 minutes remaining in overtime. 2 minutes.
And Wall kicks to George. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Booker dishes to Bridges. Crowder sets a screen for Bridges. And Crowder brings it in.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Outside, Wall. Kicks to Leonard. Poked away. Ball passes to Leonard. Back to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's George. No good off the front iron.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Here's Wall. Unable to get that one. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Nifty move. Feeds it to Ayton. And here's Booker from the arc. Connects from downtown.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Leonard on the wing. Defended by Crowder. Leonard dishes to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Kicks it out to Booker. Ball against Paul. Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 5. This one for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Zubac finds Leonard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. So the Suns win it. They escape with a victory. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
Both teams tonight unafraid to run offense through their bigs, Grant. Talk about the value of being able to do that.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it just speaks to how both teams can beat you in multiple ways of playing. I think it can lead to higher percentage looks with the bigs running the offense. You can strike a nice balance between inside and out, which coaches are preaching right now.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Russell. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Pass to Edwards. Here's Prince. Here's Towns. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
That's just Big Cat using his upper body strength to convert through contact.
Paul with it. Booker with a screen on Russell. Now Booker. And Booker with the jam.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Here's Russell. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Russell's such a natural scorer and capable of connecting just about anywhere.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Outside Edwards. Back to Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
Pass to Booker. Stolen by Russell. Here's Prince. Back to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. Now here's Russell. And Edwards slams it in.
Come on, B.A. He sure can run.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Booker for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Pass to Edwards. Here he goes.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Edwards got 6 points.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To stop the drought. And that one hits the back iron. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Edwards finds Russell. It's good.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And just a beautiful looking shot from long range.
1:03 left in the first quarter here. Ball against Russell. Out left to the wing. Now here's Towns. Banked it in off the glass. Towns has gotten his second bucket of the game.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
The kick out to Johnson. Booker, the pass to Johnson. Paul for 3. And the Suns get another 3.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Russell pass to Towns. Gobert with it. Back to Towns for three. The offensive rebound. Pass to Prince. Here's Gobert. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
That's just too easy for Taurean Prince.
Outside Johnson. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter.
Your Timberwolves defense team.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
Booker more and more becoming a double threat, not just to score the ball, but starting to realize he can set up his teammates. After taking Cam Johnson 10th in the 2019 draft, the Timberwolves promptly sent him and Saric to the Suns in exchange for Jarrett Culver.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 6. And Edwards slams it in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Here's Johnson. Bridges passes to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, come on, BA. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
So it's Minnesota now. The Suns getting their last shot to go. High post Towns. Stolen by Booker. Bridges passes to Johnson. Good work defensively by Towns.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Edwards against Bridges. Edwards, the pass to Towns. And Towns slams it home.
Woo, the whole arena felt that. Towns could just be merciless on offense.
Edwards against Booker. Pulls it from 20. And it's Phoenix with another.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Russell. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Well, that's nice coordination as Russell seemed to know that he was going to get around the defense.
Here's Paul. Outside Booker. Driving to the basket. And the league finally moving to curtail take fouls in transition. You like the change?
Well, I think everybody's ready for that. The best part of NBA action, BA, as you know, is fast break basketball. So to get more 3-on-2s or 3-on-1s, lob plays, and guys taking off and throwing down monster dunks, I'm all for it.
Russell against Paul. Towns down low. Shoots over Paul. Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And with incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Left side Booker. Here's Paul. Back to Booker. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And staring at a sizable deficit. The defense has to tighten up.
And Booker puts up a deep three. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. And it's powered home by Towns.
You know Towns' team is loving this. He's letting his natural scoring ability run wild on offense.
To the inside. Outside for Booker. From deep three-point range. Ayton. Tipped back in for two.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
They had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Now here's Russell. 6 points for him. And it's powered home by Towns.
They're recognizing D'Angelo Russell has become a scorer. He's got to go back to his natural instincts to make plays. He did there.
An open look for Booker. Again, the Suns good for two. 35 seconds left in the first half. Ball against Russell. The kick out to Edwards. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Edwards got 11 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Oh, a really deep three that time.
Well, anytime that somebody scores, Devin Booker's the first option. He comes back and drills that one.
Outside Russell. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for a minute.
35. The Suns, 25.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, he plays such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. And that's the group of Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Shamet. From deep. Crowder with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Ooh, it's stolen away. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Anderson gets the bucket.
Well, Slow-Mo has some remarkable handles. A point forward. It's got some nifty dribble moves.
Here's Shamet. Pass to Lee. Lets it go from deep. Minnesota with a rebound. On the wing, Noel. Here's Anderson. Here's McLaughlin. Reid in the post. Charge on him. A slam dunk by Reid.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. McDaniels with it. Picked up by Craig. Pass to McLaughlin. Back to Daniels. Clock at 6. Stripped it away. Here's Lee. Off the mark there with a 3. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Reid for 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Shamet. Pass to Lee. Looking to win the run. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Timberwolves. And Minnesota has possession. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Phoenix no good that time either. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. And he lobs it up to the rim. And out of bounds. The Suns will take it.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's Shamet. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
His role is to space the floor, and Shamet right now might be on Mars.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:56 left in the third quarter. Counted from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Shamet into the lane, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Shamet's got 5 points now in the quarter. Minnesota has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. A minute 29 left to play in the third quarter of basketball.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
And absolutely, even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Shamet. He's got 5. Šarić down low. Reed defending. Šarić shot is off.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Now here's Reed. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
Well, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Reed. Here's McLaughlin. 6 to shoot. And he's going for the oop here. Reed can't hit.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Now McDaniels. Out to the right wing. Anderson finds Reed. Back to Anderson. It'll count. And so it's Minnesota out in front by 19 going into the break. It has. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And the Suns shooting around 50% of the game so far. On the court right now for the Suns, Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Fires in the triple.
And this is the type of play where Devin Booker is going to gain a lot of confidence and might start getting aggressive.
Towns a screen on Booker. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. The 3-ball. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Ayton passes to Booker. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Booker's got 21 points in the game.
Somebody's going to set him up, and Devin Booker's going to knock him down. Thrives in that catch and shoot.
Paul against Russell. Edwards for 3. It doesn't go for him. Here's Booker. The rebound by the Timberwolves. 22 was their biggest lead. Edwards against Paul. Towns for 3. And Ayton pulls it down.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
For 3, Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And here's Edwards outside. Shot's no good there. Now 6 for 8. The Suns have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Stolen by Ayton. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Outside Edwards. Drops in the 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 20. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Here's Russell following the score by Phoenix. Pass to Edwards. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. It's Edwards on the wing. Russell up top. He's guarded by Paul. The fader. Now here's Towns. Back to Gobert. Here's Prince. He's guarded by Bridges. Stolen by Booker. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's a 3 from Paul. Connects from downtown.
Chris Paul is just so comfortable and so confident. He's got such a quick release, too, off the bounce on that pull-up jumper.
Pass to Towns. Here's Prince. Here's Towns. 5 on the clock. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, that miss might stick with them for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Timberwolves.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Shots good by Towns.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Pass to Edwards. Here's Prince. From deep three-point range. And Ayton pulls it down. Bridges down low. Prince is there. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
And here's Russell. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly...
It's great to be with you on a Monday afternoon. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the point.
And the precision passing of Russell, this time out of the pick and roll.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
There's the three. That one misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Outside Edwards. At the top of the key, Towns. Out to Edwards. Fires the three. Wow. Came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. That one on George. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And he nails the third. And the West, we know, is very difficult. But, Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get. That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside, George. Driving inside. And it's George finishing it off.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Russell passes to Edwards. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Seems like every year Kawhi Leonard averages around 6 or 7 free throws a game, about the same as KD and LeBron.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Russell against Jackson. Russell kicks to Gobert. Can't connect from short range.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And the pass to Zubats. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep, George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. And Edwards with the stuff.
Flying high, Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
George looking over the floor. And it's George finishing it off.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Jackson against Russell. Over in the corner, McDaniels.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Right side, Edwards. Clock at 6. That one, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Wow. Now that's having a highlight reel in your mind. But in reality, it didn't work.
Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. Makes it off the glass.
The long reach of Rudy Gobert really comes in handy when he's patrolling the offensive glass.
Outside, George. Morris outside. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Ball to the Timberwolves.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. Russell passes to Edwards. Towns in the corner. Out to Edwards. Six on the shot clock. And Edwards with the stop.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
George with no one around. No good on the triple. Leonard with the steal. Down low. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles.
Fans, your Clippers, UCC. Come on and get loud.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the three, the small forward.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Now, here is Russell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Towns penetrating. Second shot opportunity. And the basket by Gobert.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
George passes to Leonard. Fires the three. Kept alive. Leonard on the wing. The three from George. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Left side, Towns. Smitty, you know, when you watch an NBA game today, it seems like there is endless switching, positionless players. Why is that?
Kevin, it's a game of matchups. Teams are looking to exploit those mismatches. Let's say you can get your point guard on a center. Usually, you win that possession.
Nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Outside, Towns. Dishes to McDaniels. Driving the lane. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And a deep three from George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Here's Edwards. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Can't hit that one. George with the defensive effort. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
It's George on the wing. Driving in, and he goes right over D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
Insane move by Paul George. A high flyer can create in midair.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Oh, here's Edwards. Oh!
finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
And it's George finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here is Russell. Towns with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Towns dishes to Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Wants to get it to Zubats. And does. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's tipped. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And George kicks to Zubats. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Creative at finding ways to draw fouls. Leonard takes pleasure in getting them to overcompensate.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Russell against Jackson. Outside, Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish you.
Here's George. The shot off that time, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Towns. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Jackson looking it over. And there's the drive. Outside Leonard. Just 3 on the clock. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The vertical of Kawhi is impressive. Rising up with ease and throwing it down.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time.
Your Clippers, 30. The Timberwolves, 24.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Wall and Powell are the guard set. Albert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist from Covington. Wall's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Nice D from Wall. Clippers shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Covington kicks to Batum. Powell, the pass to Batum. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And here's Wall. After Taurean Prince hitting the 3. Batum dishes the Wall. Outside for Batum. And they come right back with their own 3-point. Batum's got his first 3 points of the game. And with Batum, his versatility, he has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why, when you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
Here's Man, and he banks in the lane. And now a 10-point Clipper lead.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Powell. It's stolen by Wall. And here we go. Powell heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Powell.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And Minnesota has possession. The Clippers getting the bucket. Noel, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
It's Wall with the drop.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Count that bucket.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Los Angeles leading by 12. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Knocks it loose. Pass to Reed. To the middle. Here's McLaughlin. And the layup is good.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
And let's forget the height disadvantage. He brings the effort and he brings the energy.
Here's Powell, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And Wall kicks to Batum. Shot clock at 6. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
You know, Nicholas Batum is kind of a classic glue guy. He does a little of everything and is always ready to step up and fill any gaps on the floor.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Here's Noel, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Albert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Timberwolves shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight, and he sinks the second. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Outside, Wall. Pass to Kennard. Uncovered. And he overshot that one, missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. And if he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Here's McLaughlin. He feeds it to Prince. Passes it to McLaughlin. Back to Prince. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Prince has got 8 here in the quarter.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense. Force them to close off the lane.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Wall passes to Kennard. Off target from outside. Timberwolves trail by 8.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, you take it.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. First free throw is good. And so he hits both. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Jackson. Outside for George.
Have to give major credit to the hustle of Gobert. He really goes all out on defense.
And so it's the... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Minnesota, fighting in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the 1. Here's Russell. Paul George making his last shot. Out to Russell. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And so good off the bounce. Edwards working on his shot off the catch, and it is paying off.
Jackson dishes to George. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Now here's Towns. Out to Edwards. Driving the lane, and Edwards with the stuff.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Outside for Jackson. Gobert with the block.
A sensational defender. You have to know when Gobert is in the area.
Edwards can't hit. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point lead. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
I just love how they're taking advantage of their chances to run, and they're pushing it. Fast break points can win you ball games.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Now, here is George. Here's Leonard. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 6. Top of the key, McDaniels. With the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels at the line for 2.
And McDaniels drops them both. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Outside Jackson. Feeds it to George. Over Edwards. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for McDaniel. Leonard against Prince. Gobert with the block. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Edwards kicks to Prince.
2 minutes.
Edwards can't hit. Clippers leading by 5. Outside Jackson. In the corner, it's Morris. Towns with the steal. Prince, the pass to Edwards. 1:33 left in the fourth. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Reggie Jackson. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreak.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things. The refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement. Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Now here's Jackson. Six to shoot. Outside, George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Paul George. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5.
A seasoned vet, Rudy Gobert, a double-double machine.
John Wall's checked in for the Clippers.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Kicks it out to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Russell with it. He's picked up by Wall. Out to Russell. Back to Towns. Jacks up a three. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Unreal. Big Cat, one of the game's great scorers, also deadly in the clutch.
Edwards against George. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Leonard looking around. Off on that one. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.